Microsoft 365 gives us a large and complex tool set. SharePoint in particular is a big, bad, beautiful platform that we can use to increase productivity and help our employees get their jobs done from anywhere they are. And unless we take those tools and apply them, they really don't give us any benefit, do they? I'm Jerry Brimacombe, and this is SharePoint in Practice.
Welcome to SharePoint in Practice. Today we're going to look at the suggestion box. The suggestion box is listed as Tool 1 in the Intranet Build Toolkit, and that's for a reason. It's a very important fundamental tool that you should roll out when you roll out your intranet. Your intranet is for the people, by the people, so you need an efficient way to gather their input. Now the suggestion box is, in this case, anonymous capable. So people can enter a suggestion and there is a Power Automate flow that will run and anonymize their suggestion. Let's take a look how it works. If you build the suggestion box, make sure you use it. Be careful to act. This is a tool that needs response, so pay attention. Let's take a look at the design. Starts with the suggestion box form. This is a simple form in Microsoft Forms. Very easy to build forms in Microsoft Forms. I'm not going to give you any details here other than show you the layout. There's a suggestion summary question, a suggestion type to allow the user to categorize their suggestion, some details, they can enter a bunch of text here, and then the all-important post anonymously. Yes, I do want it to be anonymous, or no. Now let's take a look at the list that runs the suggestion box. This is behind the scenes. There's a SharePoint list, of course, and it's called Suggestions. And here are the columns. So this is a custom list that you built in SharePoint, and it's just got these few columns. A summary, a type, details, and submitted by. So those are just straight from the form. As the status will be new for a new suggestion, under review or answered, and this is when you interact with the suggestion list. And then you can interact by adding a response and who responded. So as you can see, the list is both to capture the suggestions and allow you to respond to them right in the same list. Also notice this is one of the things you can do. Notice one of the status fields here is FAQ, frequently asked questions. So what you'll see when we get into the suggestion box page is that we have a place that we can display frequently asked questions. And that's done with a filter here on the status. And you'll see that down in the view. There's a frequently asked questions view and where the status is FAQ. So that's the overview of the form and the list. So now we just need to look at the Power Automate flow that takes information from the form and puts it into the list. This is a very straightforward flow. You'll see it on the screen here. So this is what the flow looks like. It starts with a trigger condition when the suggestion box is submitted, and then we start by initializing a variable saying that this submitter is a string, and then we're going to get the response details, which is a standard flow action to get the data from the form. And then all we do is check to see if the post anonymously field is equal to no. If it's not, then we grab the submitter name, the responder's email, from the form. Otherwise, we do nothing. Then all we do is we create a new item in the SharePoint list. There it is, the site and the list name. And the suggestion summary is straight from the form, submitted by straight from the variable that we set above. Here's the type from the form and the details from the form. We don't fill in the response, and the status is new. It's a new suggestion. So that's all there is to it. Let's see it in action. So here's the suggestion box page in our SharePoint in Practice SharePoint site. You'll notice it's very simple. There's a suggestion box on the left-hand side, FAQs on the right, and that's all there is to it. So if I enter a new suggestion here, and that would be a human resources question, details. Now I'm going to suggest that I want to hide my name because I don't want people to think I'm lazy. So I'll submit that. Response is submitted. Now over on the right hand side, this is FAQs. So this is the suggestions that have been previously submitted with a status of FAQ. Let me go to See All Suggestions, and notice I'm looking at the Suggestions and FAQ list here. Let me change the view to All Items, and here is the one I just added. I suggest we have a 3-day work week. Now if I select this and open the info panel, I can edit it, and I can say, and let's say this is an FAQ. So status is no longer new, it's been answered, or let's say it's answered frequently, okay? So let's change that to an FAQ, and let's go back to the suggestion box page, and you'll see now that it shows up on the FAQs. Alright, that's about all there is to it. Back to the toolkit document here, you'll see there's also a section here for ideas for enhancement, and you'll see a section on governance notes. So think about how do you manage this tool. So every one of the tools includes these sections as well. This is another chapter of SharePoint in Practice. I'm Jerry Brimacone.
See comments for links and special offers.